Yeah, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I know somebody needs to hear this. Listen, never ever trust what a woman says, especially not in 2025. In 2025, y'all are still trusting what these chicks are telling you. Y'all are still trusting her quote unquote word. Listen, I got a few stories for y'all. Listen, I learned very early to never trust what a woman says. Listen, let me take y'all back a little bit. Let's hit the rewind button. Let's hit the rewind button. Let's take you back to Gerard graduating high school, right? So let me tell y'all this, man. It was this chick I was dealing with, man. It was this chick I was dealing with. She was always arguing with me. We were always arguing. We were on and off for like 6, 7 years, right? On and off for 6, 7 years, something like that, somewhere around that time, right? But all through high school, right? We were always, just, doing what it do, right? I'll go over her house, we'll skip school, I'll tear up a little butt up, right? All of that, right? Of course, with protection, of course, right? With protection, always use protection, guys. Always use protection. But anyway, back to the story. So fast forward to, graduating, and she had just got out of a relationship, or I guess she was, in some kind of entanglement with somebody else. And, for whatever reason, I decided, to trust her, right? For whatever reason, right? Maybe because we had history, right? And I told her, are you clean or whatever? It came to a point where, I don't think I had the rubber ducky on me, right? I don't think I had the rubber ducky on me, the gold package, of course, right? I don't think I had the Goldie on me, right? I don't think I had the cover on me. I don't think I had the sheets with me, right? It was cold, but I didn't have the sheets with me, right? So, we decided to do what we were gonna do, and she told me she was clean, and she hadn't done nothing in a long while, and all of that stuff, right? Never again. Never again. Let's just say the after pill had to take an after pill. Listen, I'm gonna tell the whole truth, the complete truth. So help me God. Listen, I'm not. There's no shame in my game. There's no shame in my game. It is what it is. Right? That's a part of life. That's a part of the learning process. That's why I tell y'all, listen, I done been here, I done been there, I done done that, I done done this, right? Listen, I've been there, right? Trusting chicks. Oh yeah, I'm clean, and you know, got the willy on fire, right? The hot dog on the shelf ain't looking too good, right? Listen, it is what it is. And another story, right? Another story. This is back in high school too. It was back in high school too. Like I was, seeing this chick, right? Seeing this chick, and once again, chick told me, oh, I'm good. Like, I'm doing this. I've been celibate and all of this stuff, right? All of these lies, and of course, me being my high school self, you're not really thinking of it. Or I just wasn't thinking with my big head. I was thinking with my little head, right? I was thinking with my little head. And, you know, again, I didn't have the rubber ducky. I didn't have the gold pack, of course. The gold pack. The gold pack. Right? I didn't have Goldilocks. Right? I didn't have the sheets. I didn't have the sheets to put on the bed. Right? So we did what we did. Right? Or I think she had actually been the one to suggest it, right? I think she was actually the one to suggest it. Right? She was like, nah, baby, you can pull out. You can just pull it out. Right? Again, same thing, right? Listen, the fact of the matter is, and I'm gonna say something, that y'all may not know, but the truth of the matter is, more women carry diseases, more women carry infections than men, especially nowadays. This was way back then. This was way back then when I should have had that rubber ducky on, right? Never again. Never trust a bitch again, right? Unless we just hide in like that. Pause. No Diddy, right? Unless we just tied in like that, and we know what's going on. Like you going to get your test, and I'm putting on my reading glasses. I'm looking through. Let me call the doctor's office right away. Hey, did you have a so and so Miss Dottie Potty, Miss Dot Pocket, Miss 304 come through Thursday, July 24th? Did you? She did. Okay. Okay. No, I got it right here on the line. I'm just making sure. Can't be getting. My willie can't be falling off over here, doc. My willie can't be falling off over here, doc. I gotta check and see, doc. I gotta check and see. Click. Yeah. You gotta check bitches' paperwork now. Because they will tell you a bold-faced lie when they done spashed 2 or 3 dudes. Right? They'll tell you a bold-faced lie when they just got done smashing. Right? They'll tell you a bold-faced lie straight to your face. Right? Being a whole relationship. Right? Being a whole marriage. Right? Being a whole situationship. Being a whole entanglement. Will Smith style. Yep. They will. Never ever trust what a woman says, because why would they tell the truth? Right? Bitches lie about their age. They lie about how old they are. I just said that. They lie about their age. They lie about, everything. Right? How many bodies they got? Right? They have no incentive to tell the truth. Right? Because they know that men judge based on those truths. Right? Man, I done learned so many lessons. Right? I done came across women who had, like I said, whole boyfriends. Right? I done came across women who had whole, husbands. Right? I've seen it all. Right? And this is just how life is. But, you know, on my recent trip, right? I got stories for y'all, man. I got stories. Right? On my work trip that I just came from, right? Listen, I was sitting down, we were sitting down at the table, we just got done wrapping it up or whatever. And, we just sitting there chit-chatting for a while, holding up a table, right? Listen, gentlemen, when you go out, don't hold up tables, right? Unless you plan on tipping her or him for holding up that table, do not hold up tables. Listen, do not hold up tables. Tip them out so they can, keep it moving, whatever. But this girl, nice looking chick, right? Nice looking chick. She came to the table, and because we were already there talking for a while, right? So she came over to the table, sat down, and of course, flipping her hair and all that stuff. Her nails was done and all that. Nice little, teeny tiny, well packed. She had to be like 21, 22, 23, nice little brunette or whatever, right? So she came and sat down, with doing her flirty face, whatever. And she just came down and sat down and talked. Listen, I done been around for a minute. I done been around for a minute, and game no game. Right? Game no game. So she, come over there and talking. All the guys are like, yippee, yippee, we got a pretty girl over here. Yippee. I'm like, man, these ninjas, man, y'all never had no pussy before, man. Y'all ain't never had no, and she she cute, but she like a 6. My God, she like a 6. Y'all ain't never had a 6. Oh my Jesus. But anyway, right, so we went back to talking, right? We went back to talking. And she came over there second time. Right? Came over there second time. So, she came down, of course, did the same thing, like, hey guys, and y'all need anything else? And, blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, 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 doing all that, little freaky deak shit, But, game no game, right? Listen, I know women, I know how they, how they do things, and also know how the restaurants and all that, how they do them things too, right? So I tell the guy, I was like, hey, she ready to, it's time for us to go. She basically saying we overstayed our welcome. So how about the guys? Listen, this is why I can't listen. How about the guys like, nah, I think she really like us, bro. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. These guys were like, nah, I think she really like us. I think because this is when you destroy egos, right? Right? Because they thinking like, oh, she came over here, she must really like us, right? She must really dig us, right? She must really like us. Yeah, this young, listen, it ain't nothing sitting at this table but me anyway. Not to toot my own horn, but anyway, it ain't nothing but me sitting at the table. It ain't nothing but him at the table. The rest of y'all, listen, it is what it is. But I wasn't stunning like that. She wasn't even talking to me anyway. She was talking to them. But they was just, Like, oh nah, she wasn't. No, I don't think she wanted us to leave. I think she really wanted to talk with us. I think, listen, this is an example of men never experiencing the whole spectrum of women. This is an example of men wanting to believe everything that a woman does, believe everything that a woman, every her whole act is innocent, right? They just couldn't believe or couldn't fathom. It was just impossible for them to believe that this chick was only just trying to do her job and get y'all ninjas out the door. That's hard to believe. What's more believable is the delusion. Yep. Men could be deluded too, right? What was only believable was the delusion, nothing else, right? Oh no, she sat down because she really wanted to talk with us. Oh no, she sat down. I think she really liked it. Nah, she wouldn't do that. I don't think she came over here because she wanted us to leave. No, she couldn't wanted us to leave. She came over here and sat down twice. Like, why would you even be thinking anything of that? She came over here and sat down and like, bro, so many men lack discernment. So many men lack street smart. So many men lack just logical thinking, right? And I've had a lot of life experience just in my 28 years, and I have um, above average discernment and logical thinking skills. So like me, I evaluate everything. I evaluate facial expressions. I evaluate hand movements. I evaluate body language. I evaluate all that stuff, and I add it to this collection of memories, this database, to where now it's allowed me to evaluate people even more faster. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, right? These guys, they lack, just those basic skills. Not basic, but they lack those skill sets that men of the past used to have. At least I thought they did, right? But I'm just like, bro, she came over here, sat down twice. We've been sitting over here talking, put two and two together, right? Yeah, she gonna put on her little flirty, brunette voice and all that stuff, right? Yeah, she gonna do the whole little flick her hair and all that stuff to get you normie. Look, she knew who to talk to. She knew who was going for that. Like, I wasn't going for it, but she knew who to put it on, right? She put it on the guys who more than likely don't have their pick of the litter, right? They don't have their pick of the litter. That's who she tried. That's who she did. But bro, women are not trustworthy today. They're not, right? A lot of these chicks, they waste time. A lot of these chicks, they play mind games. They play all kinds of games. Listen, they're not trustworthy. And yes, you can blame it on social media. You can blame it on, these sites. You can blame it on society. You can blame it on whatever you want to blame it on. But the facts of the matter is still here, right? Because I'm seeing so many guys who just, right, they still believe in this innocent fairy tale, Rapunzel dang on movie outlook on life. And I'm looking at y'all like, y'all can't be serious. Or am I tripping? Am I tripping? Am I just a pessimist or something? Am I just a loose cannon? Am I missing something? Right? Because I believe that I'm seeing it correctly, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I'm seeing it correctly, right? And women will go so far as to tell you, right? And I've seen this, and I've actually been in these situations too, where they'll tell you, "Oh no, I'm not. You're the only guy I'm talking to." You want to know how many times I done heard that? You know how many times I done heard? Oh, you're the only one I'm talking to, right? And you normies, you dang on simple-minded, dang on human men, y'all will believe it. Y'all will believe it. Oh, you're the only one I'm talking to. You're the only one I'm kissing on. You're the only one I'm smashing. Bro, 9 times out of 10, many of these chicks are probably smashing between 3 guys on and off. Yep. A lot of these chicks, right? They probably have 3 guys in rotation on and off. Yep. One of those guys is probably the main guy. right? And what's crazy is I remember this one guy at work, he was telling me this story. He told me a story similar to what I was telling you, but he was in a long-term relationship with this chick and he had a child with her and everything. He told me, like, in the midst of their relationship, right? In the midst of their relationship, he said that this chick, the mother of his child, I guess if he was trying, I don't know if he was trying to marry her or not, but the mother of his child burned him twice. And when I say burn, I'm talking about itchy, itchy, ouchie. I'm talking about what's going on down there. Why does it feel like this? Help me out, doctor, help me. I'm talking about itchy, itchy, oochie. Yep. In a relationship, he said that fucked him up for life. Like, I don't know how the first one didn't fuck you up for life, but I don't know how you even went back and, did the same way the second time. That's crazy. But, and mind you, he has custody of his child, and the chick is like a loose cannon or whatever or something like that. But the chick that he was with long term burnt him twice. And that's to me, that's crazy that you can be in a whole relationship, I mean, with anybody, right? Male or female, and they burn you like that. That's crazy to me. And he's a young guy too, but because he experienced that, right? He can never trust women. He can never believe women. Like, yeah, he have his fun. Yeah, he have his his fair share. But when something like that happened to you as a man, especially, you can never look at women the same. And that even goes for me too. Like, I experienced things early, right? I experienced women early, right? And still do experience women, still do chit chat with women, still do, hear what women be saying out here and all this stuff, having conversations with them and all that stuff. I see where it is, where it currently is. I can never believe women. I can never see them the same, right? I've seen like women completely just throw themselves at me, while just have told me that they had a boyfriend, right? Just told me that they were in a long-term relationship, right? Was just telling me how, oh, my boyfriend, he don't have no money to take me out. I'm just frustrated. I want to get my nails done and all that stuff, right? You're throwing your so-called boyfriend, long-term boyfriend under the bus, right? Just so you can see, if the better option is available, if you wanted that better option, right? I've seen this. This has happened to me multiple times, and it's just, bro, eventually that stuff changes you, right? And the unfortunate part is a lot of men don't get to experience this side of women because a lot of men are not him, right? And I know I keep saying that. Listen, you can take offense to it, you cannot take offense to it, whatever. But it's just the reality of the situation, right? I've been in multiple situations where I experience that side of women. I experience women willing to throw away whatever they have currently going on, right? Just to have a fling, just to get with the better option, right? Just to see if I would go for accepting them or trying to steal them away from their current guy, right? And eventually, at first, it disgusted me, right? No, at first it was an ego trip. No, I'm sorry. At first it was an ego trip, and then it disgusted me. That was a second phase, and then third phase is just now I'm indifferent, right? And I don't really fault him, right? I don't really fault them like that, but at the same time, I understand what's going on, right? I understand that's just how life is. I understand that's how hypergamy is. I understand that, when you a certain kind of guy, you get a certain kind of attention, right? I understand that. And it just so happened to be that I'm one of those guys who get a certain level of attention and can have my way with, several different women, right? It is what it is. Other men don't get to experience that. Therefore, since they don't experience that, their minds are not corrupted because they haven't experienced that dark side of women, or what I would call the dark side of women, to where they would have a whole boyfriend, whole husband, and completely throw themselves at you. A lot of men, most men don't get to experience that. So they don't have that mindset of, oh, nah, I can't trust this chick. Oh, nah, like they're thinking, they're the way that they think is completely different, right? The way that I think is completely different because I've experienced women in a different light. So that's why a lot of guys out here, they're blue pill. A lot of guys out here, they're real simps, right? Because they never experienced that other side of women that I've experienced to put themselves in a different mindset, right? I don't trust not damn woman, right? I don't care if she was 4, 5, 6, whatever, 8. Like, I don't care, right? That stuff doesn't phase me. Beauty doesn't phase me. Yeah, she look good. Okay, yeah. I can dig that. But beauty doesn't phase me, right? Because once you done had them, it's like, bro, you can't tell me nothing. I've had beautiful women. I've had ugly women. I've had fat women. I've had mid women. I've had regular women. Like, all of y'all are women, right? That stuff don't phase me. All of them are saying, all of them spitting the same game. All of them have the same expectations. All of them are doing this. All of them are doing that, bro. They're a woman at the end of the day. And a lot of them, they're playing the same game. Never believe any of them. Never trust any of them, right? Because it's all the same. Treat them all the same. Because they all the same. Treat them all the same. They all the same, right? For the most part, right? And that's all I have for you guys today, man. That's an after pill. Comment your thoughts down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Share this video with somebody you think that can use it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.